Oh, there you go.
Yeah, man. Well, I was gonna say, welcome to the completed. Now, last time you were here, it wasn't complete. Welcome to the completed Black Media Matter Studio.
I love seeing dreams become reality.
Mm.
And I remember you sharing with me your dream. I watched your journey to this place and this space, and man, the wall. Love that.
Yeah,
Love that.
That's what's up. Well,
yeah, I remember when this was a conversation, and now it's a reality. But go right ahead.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's a good feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And the best thing is, what you really seen this Converge thing for the last 6 years. Just kind of grow and grow and grow. You know what I'm saying? I know you, man. They went from day one, man.
Day one from day one. Love that.
Yeah, yeah. You know that the couch. I'm gonna have to bring you back during my show. See, because the couch is blocking the Ezell's logo. Ezell's logo is right there on the wall. You know, we're 100%, supporters.
You know, Ezell's logos,
yeah,
in the house.
You don't go nowhere without it. I know that we're going to be talking about the Black Business Leadership Conference, but first, I've always got stuff in my archives. I do have something from last year when you were here in the studio. And we did something for Comcast for Rise Above. You see the pictures right there, right?
Oh
yeah. There you are. You were looking slick over there. Yeah, that's the sports desk now. Okay. We was sitting over there chopping it up, and you was giving some tips for Black businesses, and there you go. Look what no signatures on the wall there. It was just a few. And then the best part of that visit is that we were a recipient of $2,500 from the Rudd Rub, you know what I'm saying? And I mean, it was a total surprise because we didn't apply, and we were really shocked. And you came, and the big check is still over there on the wall, and they gave us, you guys gave us a grant at $2,500.
Yeah, you were one of the president's choices. Yeah, and so watching you didn't need to apply. Your application was being filled out over the years from when we first sat down and talked about this dream and this mission of yours. And then watching you put that work in.
Man.
Yeah, you earned it.
Well, thank you.
Plus.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we're thankful. And as usual, small business is always right on time, bro. I think we went and bought some lenses. We were like, oh, where we were like, man, we need lenses. We need lenses. Right. And here we go. You know what I'm saying? We bought some lenses and stuff. And now the best thing is, at least me seeing you from a wide view, is that you've always been about helping other businesses in our community and helping them develop, being there, whether it was advice or being able to fill a gap for somebody, or even just providing food, when people are trying to do community events. But what I've seen here lately is a very focused effort from your end, and it's man, I mean, it's well organized in the way that you guys want to really assist Black businesses.
Yeah, well, being a small business owner myself, being Black and in business, and coming from that space, reflecting over the last 39 years that we've been here and some of the challenges that we've been faced with, and how the community embraced us and rallied around us and provided support. And it's due to that support from the community that we're still here, from the early advisory team that we had before we had an advisory board. We had an advisory team and consultants. Anyway, now that we've built this business and the brand to where it is, we want our legacy to be more about the impact that we've had on the community and what we've given back. And so through the Rudd Rub initiative, that's one of the ways that we hope to be able to give back and impact other small businesses and Black entrepreneurs and young business owners that are looking to build and grow their businesses.
Right. And you're able to use the reach of your actual business, because not only just here in Seattle, but like the last one, wasn't there someone in Portland as well, or business in Portland?
Oh yeah. Yeah. We just opened up one, going on 3 years now, in Tiger, right outside Washington Square. Yeah.
Right. And what I'm saying is the Rudd Rub, though, you guys are also impacting down there in Oregon.
Oh, yeah. We gave out grants there in Oregon. We're doing the same community outreach there, supporting good causes and schools.
That's a big deal. That's what I'm saying is, it's like your company footprint is beyond the city of Seattle. Ladies and gentlemen, it's well beyond 23rd and Jefferson.
Oh yeah, even in Eastern Washington and Spokane, we're doing community outreach there, and it's wherever we go. We just try to be impactful and understanding that we didn't get here by ourselves.
Right.
And when I reflect on when we open up again, the Central District was predominantly Black businesses, Black homeowners, Black people, and it was more like a village. Well, now I've seen that, be disassembled. And so it's sort of a virtual community now. So again, with that mentality, how can I help bring Black businesses together in a space, which is August is National Black Business Month. So this year, the Rudd's Rub Initiative wants to and will be hosting a Black Business Leadership Conference. So many times I go places, I visit conferences, and I will be one of maybe 3, 4 Black business owners or Black people in the space of hundreds and sometimes more than 1,000 business owners there. So with that in mind, I'd like to create a space and an environment moving forward where I can bring more Black business owners into a space where they have access to information, because it's not just the capital. It's also the information and the resources and that are available to help them with understanding how to scale and grow their businesses.
Yeah. And, the thing is that you have such a track record for just the commitment. It was April 1984 when Ezell's famous chicken opened their doors. It was bubbling brown sugar at Garfield High School.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like 1984, to today. And old school CD people like me, I always say they're like, man, we're stakeholders, right?
Right.
I'm like, you know what I'm saying? We might not be shareholders, but we're stakeholders, part and parcel.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We feel like we got a stake of Ezell's. And it was always a proud moment when you think about that from 23rd and Jefferson, and you talk about over in Spokane, and you talk about down in Portland. But I think that whenever you speak, and I tell people wherever you're speaking and speaking about business, people should go, because the story of Ezell's, of just starting off as a small business, basically family and friends coming together, starting a business and growing. And then, it's the story of lack of access and being able to move around it. So people get discouraged. I get discouraged too. We had a conversation that with Ezell's wanted to expand beyond the Central District and the South End. It was in the University District. All those years ago, the bank said, white folk don't eat chicken. We'll give you a loan if you want to open another Ezell's in South Seattle or the Central District, but ain't no way you going north and we're going to give you some money because white folk don't eat chicken. And so you were locked out of access to capital, but it didn't stop you.
Well, sometimes when people need an excuse, any old reason will do. The redlining, and I think there's an amount of people now today that are aware to a level that they understand what redlining was, and the impact that it has had on so many businesses and Black communities across the country, that we can have that conversation. That's what we were victimized by at that time. It was not necessarily about who ate chicken. It's that if you lived in that zip code, we can't loan you money. So I need an excuse. That became an excuse.
It's wild too. Eating so much in black people don't understand that it was like, 30 years ago we was redlined in, and 30 years later we've been blackballed out.
Hey, tide's ever moving. So again, I want to see if we can be impactful in helping to level the playing field, as they say. Help to advance the causes of Black business owners, and through that, everyone wins.
Yeah, well, so the thing is, I guess the bigger point I was getting at as well is that the trials and tribulations in business is like you've been through them, and unfortunately, there's very few Black businesses in this category. A lot of times insurance, we have generational insurance companies and things like that, and some stuff on real estate and everything else, but you're close to 40 years in business at Ezell's, right?
Right.
So 40 years. So I mean, I encourage people. We'll go over the details here in a minute.
Right.
But I really encourage people to sit and listen. That's why anytime I got an opportunity to listen to Lewis, and I'm so thankful if I can share. It looks like we got a few minutes left. I can share when I first got back over here, you know, like I said, I thought for sure I'd get some cushy job. You know what I'm saying? I got a world of experience, media, man. Well, none of these people hired. All these guys who have DEI experts and everything now, I couldn't even get an interview. And I remember just being really like still optimistic. I'm like, man, I'm gonna do my own thing, but also, you know, trying to figure myself out. And Lewis would pick me up and we ride for hours. And we visit these stores. We visit all these locations and everything. He just put me up on things. He'd take me to these important meetings and everything else. And so it was like, even though I didn't have nothing going on, through you, I had something going on because I was still able to put on the clothes every day and be around business and be around commerce. And I'll never forget all these lessons that I learned then, and I continue to learn from you, you know. And so I'm very thankful that you're giving back, and now even in a way, even more organized, strategic way, and being able to not just give money, because they say a fool and his money is soon parted.
Right.
It's the game.
Yes. And again, through those 5 sessions that we have, I've shared with you, but I don't know that you really understand the impact that you had on me and the vision for this company, because you shared with me from an outside perspective, right? What Ezell's is, what it was, and what it could become. You know, and I was looking at, oh man, it's just us doing what we do. You were like, no. You know, look at it from this standpoint. So I appreciate all of the input that you gave and the wisdom, you know, and looking at it from your lens and being that global citizen that you are and the travels that you've traveled. And so it really enhanced our relationship, and it gave me a different perspective, and it kept me driving to push harder, to reach higher heights, because you saw Ezell's in spaces that I was not looking at. You know, and but anyway, you talked about the continent when I was talking about the country.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? You know me, man. I'm always just trying to put paint where it ain't. You know what I'm saying? Looking for opportunities. And things. So we're gonna put up this overlay right now. This is the Black Business Leadership Conference, and you can tell everybody all about it.
Well, again, this year, in addition to giving out grants to help business owners, it was very clear year one that in addition to grants and access to capital, access to information is going to be so helpful and impactful for Black business owners. And this year, in addition to grants, we want to do the Black Business Leadership Conference and host that. So it'll be people from the legal community, accountants. You want to understand better about what types of insurances you should have, what types of leases that you should deal with, how to negotiate leases, should you sign a contract without having an attorney there to look it over, you know, these types of partnerships and structures that businesses go through. Branding for me is a big one. As you see right now, I've got the Ezell's logo, and building a business is different from building a brand. Those are two different thought processes. Operating a business is different than growing a business, and being able to access that kind of information and talk to people about how to better position your business to growth. We set out years ago to create a structure that had systems and standards that would allow us to scale. That's so important. Without structure, it's going to be difficult to scale. So we want to bring the small business owners into a space where they can get access to professionals that can talk to them about how to structure their businesses.
And I think one of the great things about this and your involvement is it isn't you just saying like, yeah, keep learning. Your journey. You went back to school.
I did.
Right. And so it isn't like, yeah, you know, don't do as I do and I say. Like you went back to school, and a lot of these resources that are here today didn't exist then, but you knew that if you were going to take this brand to the whole nother space, you needed to learn fundamentals in marketing and sales and make all those connections and go to these what do you call it? Chamber of Commerce meetings and all these things. Like you invested in learning.
Yeah. And again, the downtown chamber, I would go there, and more times than not, it's less than 5% Black-owned businesses in there, Black business owners in that space, but there's a lot of information that's being shared there. And I just want to bring some of the things that I've learned, some of the knowledge that I have, along with some of the resources and relationships that I've built over the years, and share that. And again, that's part of the legacy that the Rudd family want to leave. Long after Ezell's Famous Chicken is still here and we've moved on from that space, we want our legacy to be about that impact.
Right. And now this is, so I'm just looking at some of the details here. This is Saturday, August 20th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And at this Nash Miller LLP, that's Pier 70 right on the waterfront. Huh?
You're right on the waterfront. So I shared this, and check it out though. Again, you never know who your resources are until you share with them what your goals are.
That's true.
Right?
Amen.
So I shared with one of the attorneys that represent us on the franchise business the idea of the Rudd Initiative. He says, Louis, we'll host it at our space.
That's dope.
And then shared it with others who have come to the table and say, let us pitch in. We truly understand the benefit of this dream that you have of hosting this leadership conference. Let us help. Let us support that.
Man, that's dope. And where people can go to the website, ezellsfamouschicken.com.
Yes, they can go there. And then there's a website that we have for the Rudd Initiative.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Eventbrite. There's information there. And again, big shout out to Jennifer Ness.
Jennifer Ness in the building, literally.
Yes, in the building, holding my hand, still walking me through this, right? Yeah, Bobby, Black-owned business excellence, right?
I got, while we doing a shout out, man, Jennifer Ness is over at Seattle Credit Union now, right?
Yeah.
And then right, I don't want to mess it up. Seattle Credit Union. Okay, so I got a big shout out to Jennifer Ness.
Yeah.
Melly's over there, right? Oh yeah, Jennifer Ness, Melly, everybody over at Seattle Credit Union. You know, my last day of the morning update show, I went on Cairo FM with Dave and Hannah, right? And I was talking about, I'm leaving the morning update show, and David brought up access to capital, and I actually brought up your story about you know what I'm saying, trying to open the stores, and I said, man, Converge been in 6 years in the black. We pay every bill. We do this and that. We can't even get a $500 credit card from our bank. You know what I'm saying? We can't even get it. You know, I mean, it was real, but lack of access and just everything else, man. And the people of Seattle Credit Union, they heard the call. And they was like, yeah, bro, bring that business over here.
Okay.
And they have been exceptional, like exceptional. So I'm telling people who's out there, you're a black business, holla at Seattle Credit Union, man. Like, all that glitters ain't going. I know it's lots of big banks, and the big banks, you still need to do certain things. But you want to go somewhere where somebody sees you and your potential and what you create, a good situation. So I appreciate you, Jennifer Ness.
Yes. Relationships become resources. You just got to work on them, you know? Yeah.
That's the truth. That's the truth. Man, Louis, I appreciate you, brother. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, come on, you know, it's
always feel the love.
Yeah.
Always.
We roll it tight, no matter what. You know what I'm saying?
No matter.
I'm with you. We're going to take a quick break right now.